And I'll haunt your nightmares. Little did you know that I like fear. When you turn, I'll be right there. You should be afraid, you should be scared. Out of the darkness, out of the fear, here comes the monster waiting in there. Heart rate is rising, some call it scared. You'll feel the chill start raising your hairs. It's too late, you're here now. I hope that you're prepared, cause there's no getting out. You can feel the energy, dark like a cloud. Electrified by panic, terror and doubt. Don't cross me or you'll learn quick the hard way that I'm not one to mess with. I got a mind and that mind's full of mean tricks. I'll plant a seed in your red where the fear will stick. And I'll haunt your nightmares. Little did you know that I like fear. When you turn, I'll be right there. You should be afraid, you should be scared. We're all alone, you're on your own. It's you and me who's going.
Of course, you guys, I'm late. Let me turn this music down a little bit. Oh, geez. It's not my fault I'm late. I'm going to blame Patty. I'm just going to throw her under the bus. But, you guys, it was like, Patty and I forgot it was like Friday, and we knew I'd asked her to, you guys know what I mean. But let me pause that. Let me get that. So, a lot of you know Patty. A lot of you kind of know her story. But we want to get to know Patty. Like why she got into this. But we also got some special guests too. That's like going to help me out on this. Because, you know, they love Patty too. Just a minute. I got to pop some people in there. Just a moment. Okay, let me go down the list. Let me thank everybody who's in here so far. Let me tell you guys, thank you so much for being here. Oh no, I hit a button. Okay, we got Michael, we got Tony, welcome. We got Candy7, how you doing? David V, what's up? What's up? We got Bad to the Bone, welcome. We got Jeffrey, we got David. Jenna, no highs for Jenna. We got Parasolo, hello, can you go? Oh shit, I gotta scroll back up. Christina Bell, what's up? Welcome. Jennifer Stein. Hi, welcome. I'm sorry if I pronounced it wrong. My bad. I am so sorry. I hate butchering people's names. We got Patty from the G team. She's in the house. They say hi to Michael. We got Banshee. Too cool for Banshee. Pam. You guys definitely check out everybody else in the house here. You know, don't leave anybody out. Definitely. Miggy, welcome. Hi, Miggy. David Hale is in the house. Hi, David. How you doing tonight? Gosh dang, I'm scrolling up. Oh my gosh, you guys. Do you know what? Just Holly Allen's in the house. Welcome everybody. And you know what? So let's without further ado, let's bring up the one, the only. Psych. No, we got Patty from the G team.
Hi, everybody. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you. We hear you.
Hi, everyone. Sorry, I made her late. It was my fault.
Oh, I was just gonna blame you.
When she messaged me earlier, I'm like, oh, it's Friday? I said, I just got out of the shower. I even showed her.
Yeah, we're going live in 15. So, but also I want to say we got some other guests down below because well, I'm just going to introduce them and then I'm going to tell everybody who these people are in relation to me. But we have, oh wait, do I have that? I don't have that song. Fuck. I was going to play it. Bad to the Bone. You guys are muted. Hello, girls.
Hi.
Hi. Yeah, I seen that, Amanda.
Hi, Emmy. Hi, Patty.
Hi, Angelina. Hi, Christine.
Hi. Did you just say somebody was going to die?
No, did I? Me?
The way you pronounce
Maybe
that
I
last
did.
What happened?
The way you pronounce the last name. Deistein or something. I forget.
Oh, Albertstein, Albertson. I'm so
Oh.
sorry.
Said
I
Albert's
butchered the name.
Oh.
So we got 41 people in the house so far, and I just want to say, thank you, to Patty and Bad to the Bone, because Paralinks, Stephen Woodard and oh God, what's his name? Oh, Howard and Crystal. They are owners of Paralinks Network and Parapon and stuff like that. I'm talking really fast. Sorry.
Everyone.
They made me general manager. Well, Patty and I have been on this road together for a long time. We got each other's back on everything. She's like my older sister, and I asked her to join the team. Don't know what she's going to do yet, but we'll figure out where to put a little lady, right? And then another person, Bad to the Bone, Angelina. I know she's amazing in marketing, and I'm trying to make the Paranormal Dream Team doing this, and I think with both their creativities and their minds, and there's still other people that I'm bringing on with me. I think we can do something really big and amazing and make a big difference, because we've all been screwed over by one network or another. And I think we've learned, and we can do this. We definitely can.
Our mistakes.
Yep.
Yes. And we learn from everybody else's mistakes. Hey, I'm not convinced. Wait, I'm not convinced. Why aren't you modded? I know who that is. Oh,
no, I do too. Hello there.
Okay, so Patty.
Yes. Why am I hearing my voice back? What's going on?
I don't know. Let me look.
It stopped.
Is there an echo, you guys? If not, Patty, you got issues. No. Let me look.
There was, but it stopped.
Say something, Patty.
All right, something. Okay.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Something. Okay. Holly goes, I'll be the groupie. We got a groupie. Yes, Holly, of course we do. And anybody in the chat, if you got questions, please feel free to ask and stuff. And a lot of you know who Patty is, but do we actually really know Patty?
No.
A lot of people know me from the rumors that were spread around about me with the by the fake crew and the liars and some people can't think for themselves, so they just tend to believe what they hear, so they can't form their own opinions. And
Jana, thank you so much for being a member. I appreciate that. You guys, anybody who becomes a member or super chats, if somebody's talking, I'm not going to jump in, but I will get you at the end, because we get that option to go back and look at everything.
She just contradicted herself.
Who?
I did.
Our boss. She just contradicted herself. But I'm not.
Well, that's why I was interrupting.
Because she's a good boss. Because she's never on time, so we can be late.
Okay.
I'll be late to my own funeral. The hearse will have a flat tire, guaranteed.
I'll just be partying. So Patty, have you ever been in? I mean, okay, let's go back. Let's go way back.
I'm there with you now.
So, have you always been into the paranormal, or I know the story from when you were a kid. When did you realize you had maybe some gifts, or when you were seeing things, or when
I was about 6, 7, somewhere around.
That's
Really young.
Average of everyone.
5, 6, 7, yeah, between 5 and 7, I would say, if I were to guess here. But started seeing things in my closet at night, and it would scare me, and I'd tell my mom, and she didn't really believe me at first, but it started happening so much that she started coming in there and laying down, and now she's staring at the closet, So
right.
I would look out my bedroom window, and she would ask me, well, what are you looking at? You're supposed to be going to sleep. You got school in the morning. And I said, I'm just watching the people in heaven. And I could see like a big open, almost like what I know now, like a portal. I didn't know back then. I called it a big circle, and it was lit up, and I could see people walking around and actually waving at me. And I thought everybody saw that. I didn't know I was the only one seeing that. I thought everybody saw that. I was very young, so I never forgot about that. As I got older, I didn't see it anymore, especially when my mom said nobody else sees it, because I asked her, don't you see it? And she said, no, I don't. She goes, you must have some kind of gift, because nobody else sees that I know of.
So your sisters didn't even have that, right? Or you didn't speak of it then?
No, back then it was kind of taboo. We didn't talk about it because people would think you're a weirdo, you know, so we just didn't really talk about it. When I was a teenager, we went through a time where we would all like dare each other to go into a cemetery at night. And, you know, I was always the one that, well, at first I was kind of scared to do it, but then after I did it the first time or two, I was kind of addicted to it. It was like a weekend thing. Let's go to a cemetery and walk around, you know. It was just kind of a fun, scary kind of thing to do. And we'd all scare each other. And half the time we were just scared of nothing. We were just, the wind could blow the wrong way and we'd scream and run. And, you know, oh my God, we think we heard a ghost. So yeah. And then as I get older, just so many things. We could be here all night because there's just so many things that happened to me throughout my life that I always believed. And I always just knew, you know, that there was something else, and I believed in spirits and everything. And then I found my friend Jeff dead. That was horrible. But he started communicating with me that night. He made the smoke alarm go off. He made the radio in the house go off, and it started playing his favorite disco song. I knew right then that for a fact, no doubt, that the afterlife was definitely a real thing. Like I always figured it was, but that was kind of like my proof, you know. Of course I wasn't filming. This was years ago. I wasn't going around filming things back then, you know. I don't even think cell phones had cameras on them then, but you know, I know, wouldn't that have been nice? But you know, I had a couple people there with me, family members that witnessed it as well. It was pretty interesting to hear that and his favorite song of all things, and the smoke alarm. You know, just the thing. It was almost like he was telling us, you know, I'm still around. It's okay. You know, I just have felt a sense of peace and calmness over me that night. And then it was only like 4 years later that my son Gary died.
Yes.
And then that was, you know.
Well, before we get to that, I know the story because you took me to your house. And even before Gary died, somebody else had passed away in that house first.
Yeah, that was Jeff. That was the one I was talking about.
Yeah. So that's just crazy.
Yeah,
I'm just
he
saying.
had a heart attack and died. He had been dead for 10 days. Oh my God, for 10 hours before I found him. And it was very traumatizing. He was one of our best friends. We'd known him for a long time, and he went through a divorce, and he came to live with us. And Heather had moved out and got her own place with JT and stuff like that back then. And so he rented her old room, and that's where he died. It was really sad.
And then Gary. Now, when you took me by that house, I always had a really weird feeling about that house. So I don't know if it was me, but it was just something that was heavy over it. Am I wrong about that? Because I know we never really talked.
No, you're not wrong about that at all. Heather felt it the very first day we looked at it. She felt that, and she even said, Mom, we can't live here. And I said, what do you mean? What, you know, I hadn't made the decision yet, but she said, we can't live this. I don't want this house. She said, there's something here. And I said, what do you mean? And she goes, I don't know. I feel like there's something evil here. I don't feel right in this house. I don't want you to buy this house. She begged me not to get it. So we had kind of changed our mind about it. But in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, wow, you know, it's in my hometown where I really wanted to go back to, which was the Seminole area. I thought about it and I talked to her about it. Me and Mike were both trying to convince her, you know, and I made an offer on it, but they denied it. And so she was happy about that. But then a couple months later, we get a phone call in the middle of the day saying, are you still interested in that house in Seminole? And I said, for the price that I offered, yes. And they said, well, they're willing to accept it now.
Yeah.
So I talked to Heather again, and she wasn't really that, she accepted the fact that we were moving in there, but she wasn't really thrilled about it. But when she saw what room she was going to get to herself, she loved it. I gave her the biggest room. The biggest room. I said, you can have the biggest room. How about that? You know, and so she liked that. And it was on the opposite side of the house. And so, you know, but there was just, she always said, you know, she would wake up in the middle of the night hearing somebody whispering in her ear. And this happened all the time. And not just with her, with other people that would stay the night. Gary's girlfriends. I mean, they would always tell me, like, what is going on in this house? I heard this woman in my ear all night whispering. I'm like, what was she saying? Because everybody says this, but nobody can hear what she's saying. And they were all like, I don't know. You know, so this happened a lot. And then when a friend of mine, because I worked for I was an accountant for years. So I worked at this mental health facility for a long time. And one of the counselors there, he was a child psychologist. He had actually came and hung out with us for the night, me and Mike, and we were watching, I don't know, it was football, whatever. And he ended up staying the night because he had too much to drink. The next morning, I'm in there making coffee, and I look over and he's just sitting on the couch, like he's stressed out or confused or something was wrong. And I looked at him, and I was making the coffee, and I'm like, looking at him, I go, are you all right? And he was scratching his head like this. And he's like, man, I don't know. And I said, you had too much to drink last night, huh? And he goes, oh, it's not just that. And I go, what do you mean? And he said, I don't know. Has anybody ever said anything about this house? Like, have anybody ever seen anything or had a weird visions or anything? And I said, yes. Why? What happened? He said, I saw an Indian walking out your back door, walked right through the door. He said, I know what I saw. I'm not imagining thing, and I was not dreaming it. I saw this. And he said, and there was a woman in my ear all night long. And I'm like, oh my God, another person, you know? So, and then when the grandkids came along, and then when they got old enough, they started saying it. So we always kind of knew there was something there. And one time, I think it was Gary's dog dug up something out in the backyard, and it was a big bone. Well, we notified the police. We turned it over to the police, and they said it was the bone of an animal, like a big, large animal, maybe a cow or something. But we thought maybe it could have been a human femur or something. It was a pretty good sized bone. And I don't know, it just always made me wonder, you know, what's there? What is on that property?
Right.
So, you know, Gary was always freaked out in that room. He always, you know, but he said, well, you know, it freaks me out, but then again, you know, I'm curious. I want to know what's here, what's in this room. And I always wondered, did whatever's there have something to do with him doing what he did? I don't know. Mm-hmm. I know.
Let's get to that. So, I know this is really hard because it saddens me to, you don't even have to ask you questions and stuff like that, because I know the answers, but like I said, a lot of people really don't know the answers
right
to what really got you into the paranormal. And see, I want to cry. It's just so.
I know. Don't cry, because then I'll cry.
I know. I've been to the cemetery with her, you know, and I've heard Gary come across spirit boxes, and it's just it's crazy. And Mike too.
Yep.
But when it comes to Gary,
Are you crying?
I know Patty told me that my
I
always
think it make me cry. She's crying now.
Patty always told me Gary or Mike felt like it was his fault, and
yeah,
you know, that's really bothersome, because here I'll let you go ahead and explain why Mike took that burden and stuff too.
He felt like it was his fault because Gary had left a suicide note on the counter. Mike was the first one up that morning. He was always the first one up. He would get up with the chickens, you know, the roosters. I mean, he was up at 6 o'clock, and he saw the note, but he didn't have his glasses on. He kind of glanced down at it and just was, you know, half asleep, and looked at it and, like, you know, just really didn't pay much attention to it. He didn't really read it all the way through. and he threw it back down the counter, made his coffee, and went and sat down and watched TV. And then when I got a text message at 8 o'clock in the morning from his girlfriend saying, no, wait, it was a text, and I didn't answer the text, and then she called me. That's what it was. And she said, have you seen Gary this morning? And I said, no, I haven't. I'm asleep. Why? And she said, I'm going to cry now. She said, I got the craziest text message from him and saying goodbye to me. And and if I don't even want to, I'll start crying, but she said, say goodbye. And I just took off running and through the house, and I started screaming. I saw Mike, and I said, Mike, have you seen Gary? And he said, no. Why? What's wrong? And he goes, there was a note on the counter. And I went over and I grabbed the note, and I go, what does it say? And I looked at it and I read it, and I go, oh my God. And I ran down the hall. It was a goodbye note. And so that's why he always felt like it was like he could have maybe he had just put it there. He could have done something, to stop it. Yeah. It bothered him so bad. When we got down the hall, the door was barricaded, and Mike basically had to bust the door down to get inside, and then just turned around, looked back at me, and said, go call 911. Don't come in here. Do not. He was stopping me. He's like, no, go back up, go call it. I could tell by the look in his face what he was seeing something really horrible, and he was. So then I called 911. And I don't even remember much after that. It's all blank. I remember passing
being a
out
mom. I remember you telling me about that. And Heather said that too.
Yep. I hit the ground.
Being a mom, I don't know how anybody can go through that.
I don't know either. I didn't think I was going to make it. I didn't think I was going to make it through it. I thought I was going to die. I really did. I thought I'm going to die of a heart attack probably in the next couple of days. I said, start planning my funeral too. I really thought I was going to go too. I did not think I could make it through it.
But you had your granddaughter too to help you, and Mike and your daughter.
I had. So that's what kept me going. Is my daughter, her kids, Gary's kids. That's what kept me going, and that's what still keeps me going. To this day. Because they're my life now, I
was going to say, when he passed, how long after he had passed when, I'm not going to say this person's name, that you come across this person at a Goodwill store that talked to you about an SV7, how you can communicate with your loved one, because on the back of Patty's vehicle, it said in memory of, and it had his name. And I remember that because you still had that vehicle when I was there. Long time ago, but not no more.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah, so
it was probably about 3 or 4 weeks, something like that. A month, maybe the most.
Okay.
Yeah, it was not long. Yeah. Yep.
And oh God, hold on.
That was one of the worst days of my life. The second worst day of my life. Third.
Yeah.
I should have just walked away that day, because that meeting, that person has done nothing but cause me a lot of problems for me and my family. Not just me. That didn't just affect me. That affected my grandkids. Like you would not believe. I have never even really talked a whole lot about it, but it really affected them a lot. All of them.
Yeah, we can get to that too. So a lot of people probably didn't know what G stood for unless you actually followed Patty from the beginning. A lot of people thought, oh, it's a girls team. G, girl, The G actually stands for Gary, her son.
Yeah.
So if you didn't know that, you know that now. And so that's where that came about.
Yeah.
So it didn't just end there with that's horrible wording. I am so sorry. How many years later, when I'm bad at wording.
It's okay. I understand.
You were at a Paracon. Yeah, you were at a Paracon, and you got another really horrible phone call.
Yep, I got a phone call that Mike died, and my sister didn't want to tell me. My sister Shirley, my older sister, did not want to tell me that he was dead. And she just said, you need to come home. And we were literally just about to walk out the door of this hotel and go across the street to the Marriott where this big event was going on. And I'm like, well, is he okay? I mean, get an ambulance, get him to the hospital, you know? And she goes, well, no, you have to come on. Cause I knew he had seizures once in a while. And I just figured it's another seizure, you know, I got to come all the way home and sit next to him while he, you know, that's my thought pattern, was because I've done it many times, you know. And I said, Shirley, I said, what is wrong? Why are you crying? And finally, I kind of knew in my heart, there's something more here. I said, Shirley, is he okay? What is going on? And when she told me, oh no, she didn't tell me. She put a cop on the phone, and the cop told me.
Yeah.
I lost it. Because I
How many years later was this after Gary?
2 years, a little over 2 years. 2 years and 3 months, or 4 months. Yeah, 2 years and 4 months.
And I can honestly say this, after knowing Patty for so long, she's never been to another Paracon since.
I won't ever go to one again.
I didn't even. Wow.
Yeah,
It was it was that what's it called, that YouTube convention thing? What the heck's it called? It's like a Paracon, but it is Playlist Live. It was yeah. I will never go to something like that again. I just won't.
And then, well, I remember you telling me, Mike was saying, you know, before anything happened, that because you were talking to Gary with the little box, he even said to you, are you going to talk to me if I die through that box?
I know. And I'm like, oh my God, Mike, don't say that kind of shit. What's wrong with you? You know? And he goes, well, I mean, if something ever happened to me, he goes, you better believe I'm going to come through that box and say, it's me, Michael B. Good. You know?
Yeah.
Because that's what everybody teased him. His name was Michael Brian Good, Michael B. Good. So we would joke around about that, and he said that, and sure enough, if he's come through that box several times and said Michael B. Good, and you've heard it.
This has really nothing. I gotta ask this. I know the answer, but this has nothing to do with paranormal. But how many Michaels? You know where I'm going with this. And he was the last Michael, so that's why he was like, I'm the good Michael.
Yeah. Hey, Marcus. That's my nephew, Marcus. He lives with us now. Hey,
Marcus.
He was kicked out of his house, so Aunt Patty gave him a home.
How did you see?
Yay.
I see you. Well, I see you through the camera right there. You want to say hello to everybody?
I see you.
Yeah.
You scared the crap out of me. I'm like, how did you see me?
Because I got eyes behind my head. Okay.
How's it going?
Hey, Marcus. Hello.
Yeah, they're all grown up now, these kids, you know, but he lives here with us now too. He was kicked out of his house and whatever.
I'm sorry.
You know? I don't
He's
get
a good kid.
That's his business, but I gave him a place to live, you know. Nobody else would, so I did.
Can I come live with you too? I'm getting kicked out.
Come on. Oh, y'all, come on. Let's make a big house.
We got a big house. We'll go kayaking.
Yes.
Definitely. So you got into making a YouTube channel just to keep, you know, to share your experiences and stuff like that. You didn't think it was going to get to where it's at today, did you?
No, I had no idea. When we made the decision to start a YouTube channel, we had no clue what we were doing. We didn't know what to expect. We honestly didn't think it would go very far because we just wanted to upload our footage that we had to show people out there that might be interested about the spirit box and how my son was coming through so strongly, you know, because Heather was filming it with her phone. I was filming it with a camera and we had all this footage and we're like, well, what are we going to do with all this? You know, I mean, we were sharing it on our personal Facebook pages, but none of our family was interested in that stuff. They're all a bunch of, you know, they don't you know how families can be. They don't support you on certain things. They don't believe, you know, they think we're a bunch of quacks over here. So I just said, you know, maybe we should start a YouTube channel. And Heather's like, what would we call it? And so we were throwing around a few names, and then all of a sudden it just popped in my head. I said something the team. I keep feeling like we need to something the team because we're like a team, but we need to include Gary in it because he's part of this. We're doing it because of what we're hearing from him. So that's when I said, how about the G team? She goes, "Oh, that's got a nice ring to it. Yeah, let's call it the G team. How about the G team paranormal?" I said, "Yeah, that's what we'll do." So that's what we did. And then later I said, G could actually it stands for Gary, Ghosts and Girls.
Triple G's.
The triple G, yeah.
There you go. Angelina or Bad to the Bone people down below, do you have any questions for Patty? Because this is probably a lot of new stuff you want to know. And
yeah, ask me anything. I'm an open book. Whatever you want to know, I mean, I'll tell you. Yeah, whatever you want to know.
What's your bank account number? I need
Oh, that I can't say. It's 911. Okay, 911.
I've always wondered, like, what was your first location in your very first piece of evidence, and how did you feel when you captured it?
Oh, yeah, that was at the Spring Hill Cemetery. That was my first place that I investigated, and that was my first piece of real evidence. That was, look at Mel. Yeah, that was the, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that was the first place. Right? Wait, I'd have to go way back and look, but I'm pretty sure it was. I think it was a Spring Hill.
Besides Gary, yeah, I would.
It was. I think it was. Yeah, because I started researching haunted places in this area. And then that was the first thing that popped up. So I'm like, oh, there's this place called Spring Hill Cemetery. We got to go check it out. So we did. And then I saw the May Stringer house, and I actually went there. Nobody ever answered the phone every time I tried to call. So I went and knocked on their door. And yeah, I just knock. Hey, ghost hunter's here, This lady answers the door one of the times. We went like twice and knocked on the door. We went and had lunch and came back. I knocked on it again. This time some lady answered the door and she's like, "Can I help you?" And I said, yeah, I heard that this is a haunted house. I mean, does somebody live here? I didn't know the story. And she goes, "Well, no." And she started talking to me. She came outside and we talked for a minute. And she just seemed confused. And, "Well, how did you find out about it?" I said, "Online." I mean, I'm sorry to intrude. I mean, am I intruding? Oh, no. I'm just kind of shocked because we haven't seen anybody around here in years wanting to come check it out. And I go, "Really?" And I said, "Well, I'm interested if you're interested in letting us, investigate and film here." And she said, "Yeah, let me talk it over with a couple of the other people and I'll get back with you. Can you leave me your phone number?" So I told her, I told her I had a YouTube channel. I just I don't know what all I said. I just talked to her. And so I gave her my information. She called me a couple of days later and she said, "How about $200 for the night?" Wow. I said, "Can I bring, how many people can I bring?" She goes, "You can bring up to 10. So I think I brought like 6 or 7 of us. And,
damn, the prices in the 20s were really low. Just kidding.
We put that place on the map. Okay, yep. We really did. And what really bothers me now is that they don't, there's no recognition for it whatsoever. Other people in the area that's been here longer than me got all the recognition for putting them on the map. And so that's why I won't go back there, because I feel like kind of like shit on a little bit, like me and a couple of the other YouTubers. I won't say their names, but we're the ones that put them on the map, and for them to just kind of diss us the way they did, like when there was a Halloween event going on and, there was never any Halloween events going on before we came along. That's according to what I was told by people. But just a lot's happened for them now. And when the Halloween event was going on, it was a year after we filmed there. We asked if we could go in, can we just go in and not have to pay to go through the haunted house? The haunted house, they turned it into a haunted house for Halloween. Oh yeah, everybody's got to pay. This lady was so nasty to us, and all of you guys have to pay. And she was really rude, and we were like, what the hell? After everything we've done for you people, we got to pay to go in? I mean, it would have costed us $100 for all of us to go in there. And I'm like, oh, wow. And then I noticed her little boys, she calls them her boys, they had a table all lined up and they're all whispering and pointing at us. And I'm like, wow, okay, we should be the ones with a table set up over here. Right. Boys in the town that has done nothing for you. So that's kind of why I don't go there. I don't have no respect for those people whatsoever.
There's a lot of places you don't go to because of
people are assholes.
We can't cuss on the show, Patty. What the fuck are you doing?
What the fuck? Why'd you invite me then? You
I
know
don't
that's
fucking
my
know.
fucking first language.
I was about to be like, well, then we gotta go.
I know, right?
Well, bitches.
Get the fuck up out of here.
Right? God.
So you still really never ever went to Paracons, but you did travel to different haunted locations.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
like Airbnbs or hotels and stuff like that.
Haunted locations all throughout Tennessee, like cabins, and you've been with me on some of Cades
Oh
Cove,
yeah.
Elkmont, God,
I
a
like
lot of places.
We-
Where?
When you went to New Orleans, was it last year?
Yeah, that was pretty cool too. Yeah. Yep.
Now I'm gonna speed forward ahead so everybody's caught up on what happened with Gary and what happened with your husband Mike. We're talking what 3 years later when greed and stuff started getting to everybody on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And Patty and I and some other YouTubers were going to go to Tennessee together. And just some weird shady shit started happening and whatnot, This is where I saw how much of a toll it took on Patty and her grandkids. And she was actually going to give up. She didn't want to do YouTube anymore. We had fun at the when we were at that cabin. It even snowed for us too.
Yeah.
But I had taken my paranormal equipment, but then didn't mean I wanted Patty to go out with me. So my stuff was just, we kept it in the car or whatever. It wasn't around. And, Patty gets up one morning and she does a video. Because I'm like telling her, I'm like, because she wanted to give up. I'm like, why did you get into this? This is because of Gary and stuff. And Gary did talk to us at that cemetery, the Gunther Cemetery.
He did, yeah.
Yeah, not to me, talk to you. And they knew her there. So that's a lot of that, I think helped Patty. But, that's when I met her grandkids and everything. And she's come, not she, I'm not going to talk to you like you're in third. You've come a long ways. God, from when Gary passed, to then with Mike, and then this other. If it wasn't for bad luck, you wouldn't have any luck at all. That's like me. That's what I say all the time. And,
I know. Sometimes I sit back and I look at how so much has happened to me. And it's like, I don't know how I made it through all this.
Exactly.
I guess sometimes you're just stronger than what you think. I mean, I know I've always been a pretty strong-minded person, and I do believe thoroughly in karma. That karma does come right back and bite people in the asses when they fuck you over, whatever, But to round up a whole group of people just to go after one elderly, I could call myself woman. Well, they must have really felt threatened by me, huh? It takes that many people to bring me down. Isn't that crazy? I mean, what? Wow.
Not only did it affect you.
Yeah.
It affect. I'm just going to throw this out there, you guys, because a lot of people didn't know this behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Only what Patty told you, but I'm going to tell you, her grandkids. It affected all of the grandkids, not just the ones that live with her, but Heather's kids too.
Yeah.
So they all got pulled out of school.
Yeah.
Now I'll tell you guys this: when I was sitting there with Brock and Logan and stuff like that, they had told me how it was Brock that told me somebody on the internet told him to go kill himself like his father and take his grandmother with him.
Yep.
Who the fuck tells that to a little boy? I mean, he was what, 12?
Yep. One of their fans, one of their crazed fans said it, and we know exactly who this person is.
Oh my God! How could And he.
Wow.
Yep. It broke my heart, and he had to go through counseling.
Yeah.
for at least 6 months after that. He had to go to counseling. I even went to counseling because I was scared for him, because he was, there was lies told and bringing my grandkids into this, and here they are talking about bullies and bullying and calling me a bully. But look what they did to my grandkids. Did they not stop and think about what this was going to do to my
Right.
grandkids and my daughter? We had to literally pull them all out of school for about a year because they were getting bullied in school. Do you know that my grandsons has never went back? I homeschooled them up until they got their GEDs. Brock's working on his now. Logan got his already.
And I'll tell everybody out there, I've known Patty's grandkids for quite some time now. And you know what? I couldn't raise those kids any better. Patty is amazing to those kids. And those kids are very smart and intelligent.
They are good kids. They really are. I can't complain.
You would sit there and think you were talking with an adult, especially with Brock, because Brock has, he's a kid, but he has an adult-like mind. And they're intelligent and they're very respectful, and for everything that Patty's gone through and these kids have gone through, she doesn't get that enough. And I tell you that every time I come and see you, and the kids, I'm like, you've done an amazing job with these kids. And she has. She really has.
Hip it.
Thank you.
She really has. And those kids show her so much respect.
Well, thank you. I definitely try my hardest to do the best I can. That's all you can do, is the best you can, and I try to do a lot with them. And I want to be focused just on them. That's why I refuse to get in a relationship with anybody. I haven't since Mike died, and I don't want to. I don't want, there's guys that hit on me or trying to holler at me. I'm not interested. I'm not interested at all. I'm not interested. I'm not going to let anything or anybody take away my focus off of where it belongs, and that's my family, my grandkids.
Those grandkids are number one.
Yeah, nobody is going to steal that from me. And because of a relationship, if you think about it, that's going to take away my time, a lot of my time from where it needs to be. No, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. So I refuse to do it. And I'm happy being alone. I never thought I would be happy being alone. I mean, I wish Mike was here still, but I'm okay. I know he's still around. I talk to him all the time as if he was right there listening to me, and he probably is. But I'm happy with, just being here with the kids. I don't want them
everywhere we've gone together.
I don't want them to move out.
I've heard Mike come across the spirit box. I've even had Gary come across my spirit box when Patty and I would both be at the cemetery. First couple times Patty took me there, I wouldn't film. She's like, no, come on, film. I'm like, I can't. I can't. This is your family. But, when we go there at night, I was like, okay, we'll do this. And we would get different responses, but we're sitting side by side. It was really cool. To catch up on chat. And Rebecca too.
I love Rebecca and Mel. Hi, Rebecca and Mel. I love you guys. I can't wait to see you, Rebecca. She's going.
What else you guys want to ask Patty?
I like that that you said you're okay with not getting in a relationship after Mike passed.
Yeah.
Because my grandmother was killed by a drunk driver in 1975.
Oh my God.
I was 2 years old. I'm 51 now, and my grandfather, when he died about 10 years ago, you couldn't make a joke saying, hey, Pepe, I'm going to take you to the strip club. Hey, Pepe, I'm going to get you a girlfriend. He never remarried, and he never dated. And he to get up there. So much respect. And I know it's hard. My grandfather used to tell me it's hard, but he had loyalty to his wife.
Yeah, that's the way I feel. And I'm not interested. And I don't even go to bars anymore, anything like that. Like I used to go to a bar once in a while back in Seminole because I had a friend that owned a bar, but not so much up here. But I don't care for that whole scene anymore. I would, if I'm going to have a drink or two.
The only time we hit a bar is like we're in a haunted hotel or something like that.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah, that's true. I don't drink much anymore at all. I'd rather drink coffee and water and tea.
They actually made a drink at the Abbeville Hotel. The hotel, what's the name of that? Oh my gosh.
Belmont.
Holly. Belmont,
Belmont.
yes.
Mhm.
And what is the name of that drink they made?
Ghost Hunter's Martini or something, wasn't it?
Ooh.
That shit is
It
strong.
was really good. Yeah, it was
It's
actually
good, but
really
it's
good.
strong.
It was
Holy
very
cow.
strong. Yeah, it was one of those that you had to sip it. You had to, and you could sip on it for probably a couple hours. It's good though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It had like cinnamon, like a cinnamon schnapps or some kind of cinnamon drink in there. I don't know.
Something. I can't remember. Holly's like, it was ghost something. That's all I remember. It was ghost something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That was, I'll admit, that was an amazing, we met some amazing people there and stuff. And then,
Yeah.
not so much amazing people, but
We
hey,
had
that's okay.
we had some two-faced backstabbing assholes with us too, though, that we wasn't really aware of at the time. So yeah. That did nothing but stir up a bunch of shit when we left.
And being on YouTube, okay, because I have 2 channels,
Don't lie.
and I decided to start a new. I got 3. I did lie. I'm sorry. I got 3.
I got 2. Yeah, I got this one and the meditation. Well, I got 3. The podcast channel.
When I decided to get back into paranormal, I made just a paranormal channel, just strictly for that, but it's not just strictly for that. And the adventures I had with Holly and Patty and Rebecca, Tez, so many awesome memories at that hotel. And that's what actually started it off for a bunch of us.
Yeah, it is. It is. We're all still friends. Us real people, we're still friends.
Yeah.
Like Holly and like you said, and Rebecca and me and you and Tez. That's when we first met her.
Yep.
Yeah. So we're all still really good friends. Tez actually came down here and stayed a week with me. And we had a blast. We went to some haunted place. I took her to Casadega Hotel, stuff like that.
I love that place.
Yeah.
And then
okay, so
you guys will come to Massachusetts and go to Salem.
Oh yeah. We want to do that, don't we, Emmy?
Yeah. I want to, yes. Yeah.
Stay in the maid's quarters, Emmy.
I would love to. I would be like, fuck yeah. As long as it's not too hot, I will. I'd be like, yeah. There's another place that Patty took me to, and Rebecca. Actually, Rebecca found it because of, if anybody remembers, the Shadow Cemetery.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The Shadow.
She's like, oh.
I know. I did think for a minute. I go to so many places, but yeah, the Shadow Cemetery is a great place. You've been there with me twice, right, Emmy, or once?
4 times.
4 times. Oh shoot. Okay.
Wow.
I can't remember.
That's how good
I
your
know.
is.
I'm getting old. Yeah. My memory is failing me. Okay.
No, I remember that because I love that place, and we've heard. I'm going to tell you guys. I swear to God, Bigfoot's out there.
Oh,
we heard him. I'm telling you.
And the spirit box said he's hairy. Remember, and he stinks. Yeah, it said he's hairy and he stinks and he's
all
big.
Kinds of craziness.
And I said, Emmy, are you hearing what I'm hearing? He said, hairy, stinky, and big. It's time to go to the car.
And then her daughter goes, Mom, why are you lurking in a cemetery? I see you. Remember that?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. She texted me real late at night that night. That's right. She goes, I see your ass creeping through the cemetery. She has me on GPS.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Now, when you go to the cemeteries, because we go sometimes, and we're going to be going more here because, Massachusetts has like 300 years of history, and we have very old cemeteries here. So we go at night, and we seem to make it to a certain point, and then the fear just kicks in, and then we're just gone.
Yeah.
No.
We can't, I pretend like I'm not scared, but I'm shitting my pants because it's so dark. And what are your suggestions for going at night? I know don't go alone, but it's hard to
go alone.
Your surroundings and investigate at the same time.
Well, I'll tell you, for instance, when we went to God, I'm trying to think. We've been to so many places in like 4 years. Up north, we went to the jail up there, St. Augustine. Okay, so when we went to St. Augustine, the lady I was talking to was telling me about the cemetery. She's like, "You got to go check it out." And there was 4 of us. There was me, Patty, Rebecca, and Cassandra. And this cemetery is, you can tell it's the colored cemetery. It's not maintained. It's just, not taken care of. Where the other cemetery on the back sides of it, oh yeah, maintained. So we go there, and you rule number 1 or rule number thumb, never trespass, okay? And don't jump a fence or anything like that. Rule number thumb. Just but when we got there, Patty's like, "Oh, the gate's closed." I'm like, I walk up to it and I pushed it, and it was something out of a eerie, creepy movie. Like, he goes, I'm like,
oh yeah, I remember. Oh my god!
And Rebecca and Patty are like, "No," and then you hear this whoosh, go by everybody, and we thought it was Patty sighing, like, "Oh God." No, something. It's like I opened that up and something came out, and
yeah, I remember that.
It was crazy. So Patty and Rebecca like, "No, I don't think we'll go." And then we're like, me and Sandra grabbed our, "Let's go, come on."
I know they took off walking, and Rebecca and I are just kind of standing at the gate, like looking around, like, I don't know about this, It was, so I know what you mean. I get like that in some places that I go to. But I noticed if there's at least four people together, at least 4 people, you're not as scared. If there's just 2 of you, it's a little bit scarier. You got 4, you got
back to back.
You got more eyes to look around. Like last night, it was me, Heather, and her daughter, and Chris in a cemetery last night. I'm working on that video now. It's going to be amazing. I'm going to be putting it out tomorrow night. But yeah. So we were a little creeped out, but not that bad. If it had just been me and Heather, I probably wouldn't have been able to stay that long.
It's weird because, like, when I go, there's been times I've gone by myself during the day, and I've actually caught some great EVPs.
Yeah.
But I'm more scared during the day by myself, and I feel like someone is just watching me, and it's probably my own fear. But I do get stuff, and it's like, and I'm like shitting my pants.
Yeah.
And then I get lost with, like, what questions do I ask? Everybody's dead. I mean, what do I say?
I know.
But the way I've looked at it, that when you go at night, all your senses open up.
Yeah.
Like all of them. I can say, where were we in? Marysville? Georgia? Marysville. Yeah, when we went to that house during the day.
Oh, yeah.
And then we went at night.
Yeah, that was crazy.
2 totally different feelings of this one house during the day. It was like, it was creepy. It was, you got the feeling something was watching you. And then we're like, hey, let's go back at night.
Isn't that the place where my REM pod went off when it wasn't even
yes, it was turned off.
Yeah.
It was off.
It went off. That was crazy.
Yes.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's like the Holy Grail. One of the Holy Grails.
So bad to the bone. No more feet videos. Yes, I find haunted cows. Oh my God. Yes. Moo Kenzie.
Oh, that was so funny. That was, me and Rebecca laughed so hard. That was so funny.
I one more time.
You got that clip. You got to play it at the end.
Actually, Tony, if you're still in here, can you give me that clip? She pops it up like there ain't nothing. Like
that was so fun. Just in case somebody in here hasn't seen it, it's hilarious. It's funny.
What?
And Rebecca and Patty knows. I'll be the first one to go. I'm like, let's go. Rebecca's like, no, slow down. Or Patty's like, just wait.
Me and Rebecca waited by the car. We didn't really want to walk back there, but Emmy just took off walking, and then a cow mooed in her face. Out of nowhere, a freaking cow. Moo!
At 2 in the morning. Like, what cow moves at 2 in the morning? It was crazy.
We had that happen at Octagon Hall, and it was like, after midnight. And we all went outside, and I had a two-way radio. So, you know, when one of them's in your ear, the earpiece, you really can't hear shit. And we all walked outside, and it sounded like a cow was being slaughtered by some wild animal out there. You've been like all out in the back past the cemetery to the left. And we're just like, fuck this investigation. We all went right back in the house. And there were 6 of us, 3 of them being men.
With Rebecca saying this, okay, so we had gone to Jasper Jail, like, I don't know, 4 months prior, probably, because I was traveling back and forth. So like 4 months prior, we had gone to Jasper Jail, stayed all weekend. The warden there had a crush on Patty. I'm telling you, it was the spirited warden, and he had a voice like I've never heard before, none of us, and you knew that voice. It was a very distinct voice. So months later now, I'm back in Florida with Patty and Rebecca, and they get in the car just before I do, and they hear a voice. And they're like, a man's voice, and there shouldn't be a man's voice in there because it's just those two, and then I'm getting in the car. So Patty's like, let's do a spirit box here before we left, because we were just going to go out driving around and see what we can find. And it was the warden. His voice came through the spirit box. So prior to that happening, and, you know, from when we left Jasper Jail, in that time frame is when that kid at the grocery store thought he saw something in that car.
Yeah, he asked me, are you here alone, or is there somebody waiting in the car for you? And I said, I'm here alone. Why? And he goes, well, I was out here gathering up carts a little bit ago, and there was somebody pounding on your window trying to get my attention. I'm like, what? I'm here by myself. There shouldn't be anybody in my car. And the car was locked and everything. And so I unlocked the car, and we looked around, and you could see him like looking around like, is she lying to me? Is there some kid in there? You know, he didn't know what to think. And I ended up doing a video of that because I had a camera on the inside of my car, a dash cam that would film inside and outside. So you have to go watch that video if you guys haven't seen it. It is pretty interesting. I still see that kid all the time. He watches my videos. He wants to go on a ghost hunt sometimes.
Right on.
Yeah, I still see him. Yep.
Wow.
Patty, I guess I'm going to tag you in this video because I get accused of clout chasing all the time. I'm going to tag Patty in this video, and I'm going to put her links down below. So that way, and I'm going to tag Bad to the Bone too.
Yes,
you
guys.
Go
ahead. Tag away. My cat does the same thing. He's always got her ass in my face.
She's
it's so funny.
For like 2 weeks.
Oh, okay. Oh boy.
I gotta tag Rebecca too, and I'll tag Nike. Anybody and everybody, I'm gonna tag you guys because you know why Patty has 350,000 some odd subscribers. So I got 1,200, Patty. No, I got 1,400.
You know, and that's the thing. If you were a clout chaser, you would have put out so many videos. Look at all the times we have filmed together, and you have not even put out. You haven't even put out a third of those videes. Still,
I got so many.
You do. If you were clout chasing me, you would have popped that video right out and tagged my name in it. Like some of these people out there, they don't hesitate to put someone's, you know, if they were their clout. That's how you know they're clout chasing, because they've got their name tagged in the title. They got them in over here. They got it over here. They, you know, if it's a bigger YouTuber, that's what they do.
And Patty's always say, "Go ahead, tag me. Let's get you some." You know, views and stuff like that. I couldn't do that. I'm just like, you're my friend, and I love having fun with you. And rather see, even Rebecca, half the film she didn't put out either. You know.
Yeah, Nike says, Patty, I'm clouding you, but you're ignoring me. Yeah, Rebecca don't even film half the time anymore, but she's going somewhere with me. We can't really say where or when or anything like that, but she's going somewhere with me in a couple.
Oh, is Angela one of your mods?
Yes, she is.
Okay. Just making sure. Thank you.
She is.
Oh, yeah, thank you. We got, you know, everybody's been asking Emmy, when are you going to film with Patty again?
Yeah.
Well,
when
are making?
Yes, it is in the making.
Yes.
We got something.
We
got something good in the making. Something really, really good that we can't talk about.
Got a bun in the oven.
Yeah. We have learned, and I've learned, and I've shared that with the Emmy too, that you don't talk about what you're planning because somebody will try to destroy it, sabotage it, whatever. And you know this, Angelina. We were just talking about this earlier. You cannot discuss what you're planning, what you're doing, where you're going, nothing. You cannot. You have to keep it to yourself.
Yeah.
And it's a shame it's like that, but it just is, you know. So don't anybody out there get offended or get upset with us. It's for a reason. Trust me. It has nothing to do with you guys in specific, but there are people that lurk and watch and, oh, let me see what I can do to fuck that all up, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's, you know, when the second time we got into St. Augustine, I think it was, it was the second time. And it was just really crazy. They were seeing a vehicle that I didn't know whose vehicle was, but they were seeing a vehicle. And we're like, no, that, you know, come on. What are the odds of that?
Yeah.
And we didn't go live. Somebody else kept going live. It wasn't us. And then driving home, somebody else just happened to be live. I'm like, oh, they were there. Yeah. It was just the craziest thing. Yeah. So they were where we were at.
Yep.
Hey, lurker.
And probably went there purposely because we were there. You know, who knows? I don't know.
Yeah. It's hard to say, but, you know, it can't be all a coincidence on that shit. Come on. Florida's pretty big. I'm just saying. There's many places.
Oh, I know. I know. It is.
Carlos.
Hey,
Casadega.
Hello.
Casadega's another. We went there a couple times.
Yeah.
And then you couldn't video there no more. They told you to take your videos down.
Yeah, they contacted me and told me to take my videos down, and I said, I'm not taking them down. I was given permission to film there. And she says, well, I'm the new manager and you have to take them down. We don't approve it. I said, well, it was approved when I did film there, so I'm not taking them down. She goes, well, then you'll be hearing from my lawyer. And I said, okay, here's my email address. I never heard nothing. And I didn't take shit down, and I'm not going to take them down. No. Oh, I don't take orders very well from people. I just don't. No.
That's crazy.
Yep. She did that to a lot of people, I heard. So.
Yeah.
Now, supposedly, she's got signs up everywhere. She's going to ruin that place. I've already heard from a couple people that have tried to go there. They're like, it was a waste of time. This lady's walking around like she's a warden of the place now. Like, you can't film here. You got a camera? What are you doing with that camera? You know, shit like that. Wow. Because
we got to walk around at night and video things, and it was the craziest stuff. And then now you can't. So, crazy. Angelina, what else do you want to ask Patty? Huh?
And that's the location you're talking about?
Casadega?
Yeah, it's a spiritual camp, and it's in Lake Helen, Florida. Or was it Lake Helen? Yeah, Casadega Spiritual Camp. And then the hotel's called Casadega Hotel. I love the hotel. It's a beautiful hotel. It's a historic, older hotel. Got a lot of history, and it is haunted. I've spotted, there was a little girl I caught on camera in the kitchen area. Me and my friend Karen both caught something on camera there one time. And the food at their restaurant there is absolutely amazing. So if I ever hear that this weirdo is gone, I'll probably go back there, but I'm not going back.
We were filming the piano player.
Yeah, I loved it.
Oh my God, it was amazing. Yes.
It really was. I loved it. But after that, me going back and forth arguing with this woman, I mean, she was relentless, and I finally had to block her. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
I know. I couldn't believe it. I've sent them a lot of business too.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of business. Just no appreciation. That's the problem with a lot of these big places. There's no appreciation for anything that you do for them. You know?
I've been there, done that, living at a haunted location and doing my job there and working and bringing people in. And then I got a little bit noticed, and it took away from the caretaker, which caused a big fuck up between us. And it's tough. But I do understand when people say at some locations, like, you can film, but please don't film the whole place.
Right.
Because people won't come, but they're going to see it. And I can agree with that much. But to say don't film, well, if you're saying it's haunted, like.
I know, it's advertised as a haunted location.
Yeah, because
Cedar Key, remember how you were accused of filming people? We got a big old
my God.
Oh my God, it was crazy. Somebody
Yeah.
complained because Emmy had her camera up on her little tripod sitting at the table while we were eating. And these people at this one table thought that she was filming them because the camera was facing in her direction. So she went and complained to the manager or the owner, and then the owner moved them somewhere else. Instead of coming and talking to us about it, no, he didn't come talk to us about it. He started a bunch of shit with us and pretty much told us we had to leave. It was just crazy. Yeah.
That was okay. Patty and I were sharing a twin bed anyways.
Back
to back, we were like seriously 4 of us in this.
Oh my
room.
God, I know, it was crazy. And then complained that remember that because we wrote a review and then they complained, well, something about he hurt his back carrying up our luggage. We didn't ask you to help us. We had it. We there was 4 of us. We didn't need your old ass help, but this old man decides to go, oh, I can help you guys if you want me to, and then he complained that he hurt himself. Well, then why'd you offer if you've got a bad back?
Right.
Yeah, he did yell at me, and then Karen went down, became a Karen.
Oh, she did. Oh, our friend Karen. Oh God,
she's a Karen. She's a real life Karen.
Oh, she went off on this dude.
Yeah.
So we won't be going back there either.
I think we're kicked out of there now, but that's okay.
Oh God.
So I have a question. What is your preferred method of investigating?
The PSB7 spirit box is my favorite device. That, and I like the REM pod a lot. I do like the REM pod. The K2 meter, I don't feel like I don't get a whole lot out of that. I don't know why. Sometimes I do, though. It just all depends on where I'm at. You definitely got to keep it away from your cell phones, because if you have it by your cell phone, it's gonna, it's gonna go off. A cell phone will set that thing off in a heartbeat. What are you laughing at?
Because she pulled out her K2 meter.
Oh!
Because Emmy uses her K2 meter with a smartwatch on.
Ah, damn. I use my K2 meter, trust me.
Remember when we were at the ship and Mason was running around in a circle?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, that was horrible.
That was funny as hell. Yeah.
We debunked a bunch of shit, people, and two-way radios. You can make things go off. Not your cat balls, but anything electronic.
Yeah.
The Boo Bears and stuff like that. You can make all that shit go off.
Trip. Yep, I didn't know that until that trip on that ship when that's what Mason was doing. Mason was using and we didn't know this.
Me and Austin. Mason didn't realize what we.
Oh, that's right.
Doing.
Oh my God, that's right. Yes, and they were. You guys were pranking us, right?
Yes.
So they were pranking us, and I'm just sitting there going, "Oh my God, this is incredible!" And I'm getting all this on camera, and I'm like, "Oh my God," And then later on, we ended up finding out that they were pranking us. They were afraid to tell us because we were so excited.
Oh yeah, so we waited till that night. We're like, "Yeah, we gotta come."
Yeah, I know. And I wonder why Austin kept laughing. He kept laughing in the other room too. When him and I walked off into another room, I looked over him and I go, "Why are you laughing, dude? What is so damn funny?" And I don't know. Sometimes I just laugh when I'm ghost hunting, and I'm like, "You're fucking strange. I don't know." I'm trying to be quiet, and he's over here snickering. But
I didn't know about the walkie-talkies and REM pods either till 2020. We were at Octagon Hall, and when you go upstairs, there's the 3 rooms right there, and then the attic room. We put a REM pod right in the middle there, and then 3 of us girls were in Mary Elizabeth's room, and the boys were in the basement. So I'm calling them on the radio to tell them, "Hey, we're getting activity, we're getting the ball moving, all this stuff." And every time I was like, "What, the REM pod's going off?" And we're looking, but we debunked it and realized. Shannon from OCPR said, "Hit the button again." I hit the walkie-talkie again. Boom, REM pod. Boom, REM pod.
Wow.
So we didn't know this till 4 years ago.
Yeah, I didn't know it until the ship. I had no clue. And
that's crazy.
I've tried with my because I have walkie-talkies. Mine won't set mine off. And I mean, I can show y'all right now if you want me to. Unless you want me, we can do that on another video. I can debunk mine because mine won't do it. I don't know if they got to be like a certain strength or here, let me see.
Yeah,
Different
notice
frequencies. They can be
on
on
my
different.
ones that aren't 2-ways, it won't do it, but my 2-way radios set it off, and I could be far away, a good distance.
Okay. Yeah, this is what mine look like. I have 2 of them. And I use them when, like, if we're at a big location and we need to keep in touch with each other. But when I found out about that, I thought, well, let me just see if mine does that. You know, I was curious. I wanted to mess with the kids.
Yeah, we had like REM pods out there, different REM pods. They had a Blue Bear and all kinds of shit. We're just setting this shit off, me and Austin. And Pat's like, oh my God, they want you to play hide and seek, Mason. Oh my God. I'm just going, oh God, I feel horrible.
You guys are bad because now we're going to do that to our son.
I did it to the kid. I wanted to do it to the kids, and I thought, I'm going to mess with the kids hard now. I'm going to set up all my kids like, guys, I'm sorry. I must have brought something home. This place is so fucking haunted now. But you watch it. And I was going to, but it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. So that's how I knew mine doesn't work on the REM pod. I can show you guys another time. Hi, Rachel.
No,
yeah, she does. How you like what I did to you in the garage that time with the blower?
Oh my God.
That didn't sound good to someone who's just coming into the room.
You're not kidding.
Oh my God.
Oh, it's on my TikTok. I used the blower. She was sitting on the ground doing something, and I took my high speed blower and I started blowing her, and she started rolling. Yeah. It was so funny. And I filmed it.
That's great.
Anybody in the chat have questions?
What did you want to get your family involved and become a team with your family? That's what I've always wondered. Like, how did you make it a family thing?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, the interview's about you, Patty.
That's true. I know. We keep getting off track. I know. So
I know we have fun.
Well, when we started out, it was me and my daughter Heather. It was our idea. It was our, we're the ones that kind of started out. And then my sister around that time had been down here visiting, and she wanted to move down here, and she hadn't actually moved down here just yet, but she was down here, I guess, on vacation, looking for a place, whatever. And so when she did come, shortly after she moved down here, and then she wanted to be but she was scared, so she would sit in the car, and she didn't even want to get out of the car because she was scared to even get out of the car. But she eventually, started participating in it with us, and then eventually, about a year later, I think it was, or something like that. I don't know exactly, but her daughter ended up coming down here too. And that was Marcus's mom, the one that you just met. She came down too. So they all moved down from Maryland. And then they all kind of just got involved. And then, yeah. And then later on, tried to say, there was rumors going around because I quit speaking with them for a lot of reasons, but then the rumors went around that I stole the G team from them.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it makes me, I just want to slam their heads together. I stole the G team from you. That's exactly what they both went around telling people. And I've heard it from several people, and even Marcus told me, yeah, that's what they say. Just because they were kind of a part, my sister was kind of a part of it for a while, and everything, but my sister and I always kind of bumped heads throughout the years, and there's several times where we didn't speak for long periods of time. And I'm just the kind of person that I have a zero tolerance for assholes and bullshit people. And I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're fucking family. It doesn't matter. I can't do it. I can't I can't. I mean, is there something wrong with me? I have zero tolerance for assholes. Some people can just deal with shit from people. I can't do it. I have to walk away. I can't do it. I can't. I love them. I love them from a distance, but I just don't want them in my life because there's nothing but problems and drama, and I just don't want it. Are you guys kind of like that too, where you just kind of keep your distance from certain people because of that? Yeah. And then you're looked at like you're an asshole because you stay away from the assholes. Now you're the asshole.
Yeah.
I like to be an asshole.
I don't care anymore. I don't give a shit. People can think whatever they want. I don't care. I'm at the age now where I don't really give a shit what people think. They can think whatever they want. I don't care.
Isn't
I
it great
just
to
don't
get
care.
older because you just
Mhm.
care less and you're like,
Yep.
fuck you.
I know.
Don't
Fuck
piss
you.
me
I don't
off, but fuck
care.
you.
Yes, exactly. I don't care. Think whatever you want. If you want to believe other people, believe lies, go ahead. I don't care. I
Yeah.
just don't care anymore. And it's a good feeling to finally just not care, because there for a while I did care. It bothered me. Every little thing bothered, especially with the YouTube, not with the family, but that's something I learned to not care about for a long time. But the whole YouTube thing, you know, I met so many people that I thought were my friends, and you know, it was hurtful. But now I'm to the point where I don't care. I don't give a shit. Y'all think whatever you want. I will not refriend somebody that stabbed me in the back ever, because I did that once and it was the biggest mistake of my life, and I will never do it again. So,
I think that's smart, not stupid. It's smart.
Yep.
Smart.
Yep.
You're protecting yourself.
Yep. For them to come back and be a bigger snake.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ouch. Sorry, we're behind the kitchen table.
That's okay. That's okay.
I love your historic home.
I know. We can come stay with you?
Yeah, you guys can stay in a maid's quarters.
Ooh.
That
one room
downstairs to use the bathroom.
I'll just bring my porta pooper.
Oh man, I love that room.
Well, we'll put Patty in the maid's quarters and we'll put you down in the slave quarters.
Oh, in the basement?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I love
basements.
basements.
Nothing to be proud of, but there was slaves here when the home was built.
But it's a basement, right? People hate going in the basement.
Basement. Fucking huge.
We got this, Patty. You got the upstairs, I got the basement.
All right, let's do it. And we can go to Salem.
That would be so cool. Reb's like, Em loves basements. I do. I like the creep factor. I really do.
Yeah, it's creepy down there. And then sometimes I think I hear something, but it's actually the cellar doors. But it's a weird feeling. My grandma died in this house 2 years ago, so there's just been some weird stuff that happened.
Oh.
Stuff we can't explain, but I think it's residual.
Yeah. Is there anything in the anybody in the audience wants to ask me? Maybe any questions? I'm sorry, Yellow. Everybody's lagging all of a sudden. Did you get the? Is it my end?
I don't know.
Are you lagging?
I don't know.
I hope I'm not talking over anybody. It froze up and then it started lagging. Okay. Did anybody in the audience want to ask any questions or anything like that? I don't know.
And you guys don't be afraid to ask, because if you don't ask, you don't know, and you don't want to assume, because you know what they say about assume.
Angelina will go off on you if you assume
without the receipts.
That's right.
That's right. Yep.
What's your question, Guns?
I was curious if Patty remembers me. I've been a longtime fan. Jenna in the Stars.
Yes, I remember. I do. I think, is she the one that keeps saying she's blocked from my channel?
Yeah, I think so.
Mel G said, let's see.
Hold on. I
want to freak out. Gears, damn you.
Let me see if I can.
Somebody goes, sorry. You don't have to worry about getting it right now on that, because you may have to go through your Google. But
yeah, I don't see her.
How many dolls do you have, Patty?
What'd he say?
How many haunted dolls do you have?
Oh, probably about 15, maybe 20. Yeah, I have some in an old trunk, like an old 1800s trunk, as well as in my office up there in a bassinet. And I have the haunted basket. Some things I won't part with. Some things I have sold some of my haunted dolls. Actually, whoa, what the hell? Carlos Lurker, he's bought a couple of them, I believe. They were ones that I didn't think at one point I would ever get rid of. But, you know, after a while, you just run out of room for, you know.
You do.
I don't know. You just run out of room. But I've gotten them in various different places, like from different investigations that I went to, family members that say, hey, you know, do you want this doll? Because I think it's got an attachment. I thought of you, thought you might want it. Amongst our travels, you know, we'll go to places and antique shops, places like that, where they'll say, you know, I'm pretty sure that doll, because I'll ask, you got any haunted dolls in here? That's how I've got you know. So yeah. So just
Jenna wants to know.
Go ahead.
Have you done the Estes method, Patty?
I have.
love Estes.
I have, yeah.
I love it too.
Yeah.
Thomas
I
says
when somebody's standing right next to me and asking the questions, but I love it when they're far away.
Yeah.
Thomas goes 20 haunted dolls. I'd sleep outside.
I have 2 of them in my bedroom.
And Rachel, I'll let you guys know this. A lot of times YouTube will actually unsub you from the people. So every now and then you want to do a random check, click on people's names, go to their channel. You know, I found myself unsub from Patty too. And it does that. I don't know why, but you guys definitely check.
Recently with the shape, he did a video and he's like, I subscribe to you. You should do the same. And I'm like, what the hell happened? I've been subscribed to you for like 2 years.
Yeah. It does that.
Yeah.
Yep. Even Thomas said YouTube does that.
Yeah, they do. They do. It's happened to me too. I've been unsubbed from people as well. So I know what you're saying. So
I've had that happen.
Trying to think.
Someone said, Patty, if you could pick one place to go, where would it be?
I would like to go to, what's that prison?
Alcatraz?
Yes, I'd like to go there.
Where?
Alcatraz.
Alcatraz.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
She's like, oh, put us on the island.
Yeah. I would like to go to Salem too. That's like on my bucket list, and I have to go there. I have to. I found out that I'm related to one of the witches from the witch trials. I know a lot of people probably think I'm lying. I'm full of shit. But
I'm not going with you now.
I got proof. I got proof from the DNA, the whole ancestry thing, whatever. But I would like to go there. You know, there's a lot of people that are probably related to some of those people.
Before I forget, because it fell out of my head 2 or 3 times. Okay, so everybody knows Bobby Mackey's being tore down.
That's what
I was
heard.
invited to go last year. I should have went. Yeah.
No way.
So Patty.
What?
You went to Bobby Mackey's.
I sure did.
And you see, if I was to go,
I didn't think it was that haunted at all.
It
wasn't that haunted at all. These fakers out there made it out to be one of the most haunted places in America. I was scared to go there actually because of all the shit that I heard. But then I started thinking, you know, look at the source. Look where I'm hearing it from.
Yeah.
So let me just go see for myself. Now the basement area down below, the little where you got to walk outside and around the back and down through these doors. That area, yeah, there was definitely some energy in there. There was something going on in there, and I even saw a shadow figure a couple times, and I looked around, and everybody was accounted for. So I knew it wasn't any of us, and there was nobody else down there. And I did catch that on camera. But no, I didn't. I wasn't that haunted at all.
Let me ask you. Well, not like ask you, but so when I went to Bobby Mackey's, when we were in the basement, we saw shadow figures, but towards the back door where the garage doors were.
Yep.
We made sure there was no cars coming up, and I just keep back and forth.
Yep. Yes. Pacing. Yes.
Every time I've been there.
You know that little room where the hole in the ground is?
Yeah.
And then there's that window there.
Where Carl was digging. Yeah.
Yes. That window, I was going back and forth past that window.
Yeah.
That's where I saw it more than anywhere. It's right there. And Raymond and I both kept seeing it. So we actually walked out and around there to go take another look and just to look around and make sure nobody was in there. There was nobody there. It was just us.
Yeah, it's weird because I've been a couple of times, and then I took Christina on a tour. And during the tour, I saw the shadow. She saw the shadow. Then we were upstairs. You know how they had that little nook off in the dining room area, whatever they call it?
Yeah.
We saw 3 of us, one of the team leads that runs the place. We saw a tall shadow right in that corner, and the head was like up on the wall.
Oh, wow.
That's the most I've ever gotten out of Bobby Mackey's.
Wow.
Just seeing shadow people.
Now, Vicky Mercer, I don't know if she's in the chat, but she's usually here. But she was with me. She's a friend of mine, a longtime fan, and a good friend. She's been on several investigations with me when I went up north. She witnessed, as I was out front doing my intro, she was inside talking to one of the guys that was in there. She witnessed the women's bathroom door open and then slam shut. And she come running out and said, Patty, oh my God, Patty, you know, and get in here with your camera. And of course I did, but then it didn't happen, you know, and she wasn't filming because she was there with me. You know, she doesn't film. She held the camera for us a few times throughout the night, but yeah, that was pretty crazy, but she still talks about that. She saw that door open and by itself and close by itself. She knows what she saw. And I believe her. I don't think her and the guy both saw it.
I mean, it's sad that they're tearing it down because there's just a lot of history there.
I know.
The way it's good because it's almost like when I investigated there, I felt like at any point in time the floor was just gonna.
Yeah, I did too, and I heard from one of the guys that has been there, lived in that area. He said there's been a lot of killings in the parking lot, a lot of drive-by shootings, a lot of people that have been killed there, something like that. But why are they tearing it down? Do you know?
It's the last time I went there, it's very dilapidated.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, they can't. It would cost more to fix it than to rebuild something.
Okay,
that's why. And Patty, did you ask? V Team says, Patty, do you see Mike and Gary in your house? Do your parents' spirits visit you?
Yeah, they do. I don't see them, but I feel them. I wish I could see them. I wish I could see spirits like that, with my own eyes. And I'm always wishing that I could see them, but I know they're around. I feel them. I have, what's that, clairsentient? Is that what it is? Where you can feel and sense things? But I feel them.
I'm not Clara. I'm just an empath. That's it.
I do feel them here all the time. And, yeah, I feel them here all the time. I do.
I know he's there because he set off my REM pod.
I know.
And then when I told him to go away, he did. That was creepy. The REM pod is far away.
I should have turned mine on right now. I should go ahead and put it behind me. It's over here. I had it.
And I can tell others, from being experienced, or not being experienced, hanging out with Patty and stuff like that, that they're always with her. Always.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And you'll hear them come across different spirit boxes, and stuff. But that day when we went to that Gunter Cemetery there in Tennessee, and as soon as Patty turned that on, a spirit goes, "Hi, Patty." I'm like, "Oh my God." I was so excited. Yes, right when she turned it on, because it was plain as day. I was like, and then I can't remember where Baltz it was, but she asked Gary, "Are you here?" And you hear him, "Yes." And so it's when she goes to these places, they remember her. She builds up a rapport with the dead, I guess you want to say. And she does.
Wait till you see the video I'm putting out tomorrow night from the cemetery last night. Same thing happened. They knew me. I remember you, said my name and everything. It was
Patty and her creepy friends.
I know.
You should start a podcast. Patty, my creepy friends. Someone said, question for you all of what?
Yes, Nelisha. We were at
for all of you. What is your favorite place to investigate and the most haunted place?
Oh,
that's a good mine is the Jasper jail. I really love going there and filming. I like Elkmont up in Tennessee. I love that place, but I can't go there that often because it's so far away.
I would say the ship for me. I had a really good experience.
Oh, yes. I want to go back there.
I would say Octagon Hall in the Bel Air.
Yeah, Octagon Hall was awesome.
That's my all-time favorite.
Okay. Actually, I would put that before the Jasper jail any day. Yeah, Octagon Hall was really awesome.
If you don't really like it, it's just creepy as hell. I mean, we got 16 hours of EVPs, and this is 4 years ago. And we still haven't gone through it all, and it just is constant.
That's cool. That's really
Yeah,
cool.
we got to get Emmy there.
Oh yeah. Adam was gonna try to talk to a friend of his that has an RV to see if we can use it and get a group of us to stay there the whole weekend and park the RV out there for us to have
That'd be
to go and rest and take naps and stuff so we can have the whole weekend there.
Yeah,
That would be awesome. Yeah. So he was supposed
I slept on the couch. It was hard, but I slept on the couch.
It's hard for me too because of my back. me and Vicky were so amazing. We actually stayed up all night long. She just, because we're both around the same age, she looked at me and she goes, "Patty, we did it. It is getting outside. Do you see that?" And I'm like, "Oh my God, it is." We stayed up all night.
That's
long.
cool.
Yeah.
I just fall asleep hacking shit. That's it. I don't stay up all night. I can't.
Me too. I fall asleep about 4 in the morning. I'm like, good night.
I know. I usually do. That's usually what I do. 3 to 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm usually out. But we stayed up all night long and then walked around and filmed the next morning. We were so tired, but we went back to Adam's house and everybody crashed and we slept most of the day.
I fell asleep in the freezer at at Randolph County Infirmary doing an Estes method. And I was like, why didn't you guys wake me up there? Like, you were just snoring away in there and we left you in there. I woke up and I was like, where the fuck am I? And it was the freezer. I'm like, what the hell's going on? But my team left me there.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, where's behind?
So I totally forgot what I was going to ask. Oh, Pennhurst. Okay, so I'm going to be going to Pennhurst, and unfortunately, Pennhurst is also being torn down. So they have one last Paracon event going on at Pennhurst. I want to say it's a few days before I'm going.
In the beginning of the month, yeah.
Oh, wow.
I'm going mid-month, and shortly after that, there's not going to be any more Pennhurst.
Oh, wow. I've heard of that place. I've never been there.
Is it April you're going?
Well, yeah, mid-May.
Wow.
You guys were invited.
I know. It's just sad to hear that. That I love that place. But then buildings are old too.
Yeah, but I mean, there's
what is it?
In Pennsylvania.
I mean, what kind of place is it? I've heard of it. I just don't know what it is.
Oh,
it's been a lot, but it's mostly haunted for the asylum.
Oh, it was like an asylum type of place?
Yeah, there's there's different buildings and stuff like that.
Okay.
And reformatory school. I think at one time when the building was a nursing home.
They shut it down in like 97 or 87. I could be wrong.
I don't remember.
It wasn't. I mean, it was just when I say not too long ago. I mean 19
in our lifetime.
Yes, that's what I meant. It's like there is a place I want to take you. Where?
Yeah, where? Inquire minds want to know.
The one place I wanted to go to, but it's always been on my bucket list, but we were never able to get in there because of assholes and fakers. Oh God, how that was I always wanted to go to, help me out here, my brain just broke now. The cemetery.
What cemetery?
The one Freehill.
You know that.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Hey, Howard.
I've heard that we can get in there during the day now, but not at night.
Yeah.
I think there's still some people in the area that sneak in there at night, but I ain't trying to go to jail for anything, so I'm not sneaking in nowhere.
Well, then you can't here because my plan was to take you guys to Connecticut on your first night here and go and investigate Ed and Lorraine Warren.
We can't do that at night?
Tell us that they were faking.
Oh.
You got to trespass.
Oh, really?
I'm the queen of it. Trust me.
We're not going to get in trouble, are we?
No. We're going to.
I told you to bring bail money.
Oh, no. You mean you can't just
my bail money to get there?
Like during the day, yeah, but I want to go at night. And
yeah, that's true.
because
Well,
it's a beautiful cemetery.
yeah. I mean,
Maybe my
seen those.
aunt's buried there. Well, we got to go see my aunt at night. There we go. Yeah, we'll go.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, you guys are going to trespass when you come see me.
Oh,
Don't even
God.
think you're going to get out of it. Because, no, it's going to
Oh,
happen.
my eyes. No.
I get nervous.
I don't. Patty's a wimp. Ask Patty when we were in Marysville or whatever. It was Marysville.
Yeah.
That house was. I was like, "Oh, I want to go in the house." It didn't say no trespass or anything, but I'm like, I'm going to find out who owns this house, and we're going to get into it. I'm running around with my ice cream, asking because we went to ice cream. I'm like running around going, "Who owns that abandoned house and stuff?" And they told me, and so I found out, and we were able to go in.
Yep.
That was.
And then she almost hit somebody with her flashlight that night because some drunk dude was yelling at us, thinking that we weren't allowed in there, and thought he was going to be Mr. Hero and get these investigators out of. Oh, she ran out there with her flashlight. She was ready to clock in.
Oh yeah, I was like, "We got permission." I'm running across the street.
I was like, "Damn, Emmy, Rebecca, we should go as backup. Come on."
Howard, I forgot. I will be on Trinity. But I had to interview Patty.
No, when you're here, I'm going to take you to some places here in my own city that have never been investigated, but there is haunting stories, and you guys would be the first ones with us to investigate these places.
Okay.
And there's 4 places, one being a war memorial museum.
Ooh.
Okay.
And one being a theater that was it's over 100 years old.
Oh, wow.
And then 2 other places I'm not going to mention.
I don't mean to laugh, but I did. I was like, "We got permission." Like, I was like, "Okay."
I know. I'll never forget that. That was so funny.
Pissed me off, man.
I thought she was going to.
Don't interrupt us. Well, he came out of the bar. He's already drunk and shit. I was just like,
I know. He didn't know what to think of you.
I know. Crazy lady with purple hair running around with a huge flashlight.
I know. That was funny.
Yeah, I'd probably run in the opposite direction of you myself.
Note to self, don't get. It was a big long flashlight. I was like, that thing was heavy.
It was, yeah. So, when are we going to Angelina's and going to Salem and all that? When do you want to do it? What month? What would be a good month for you, Angelina?
So our son goes on vacation August. He should be gone by the end of August. Wait, June. He gets out of school like June 17th. And then he'll be back sometime around August 26th.
Okay.
So it will be a little bit warm, but don't we want it to be warm in case we feel something cold?
Yeah.
I mean, it does get hot here in Massachusetts, but some of the houses that are historic do have an air unit in it, but it's easy. It's better to shut it off so you don't continue.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So, I think that would be the best time. Or if in the fall would be good too. We would just need a lot of notice because maybe, he'll be 13 soon, and we're trying to teach him how to. It's okay to be home alone for an hour or something.
Good night, Deke and Amanda. Good night. I'll talk to y'all soon.
Good night, you guys. Good night. So there was something else we were going to do tonight. It wasn't just interviewing Patty. And I totally forgot. Howard, I am so sorry I forgot about Unholy Trinity. But hey, I'll be up there. Don't worry. Start without me. Angelina, tell us what happened today.
Oh, so
now you're on the
little
spot.
More calmer because I took my anxiety medicine, but I am now a debunker apparently. So I was sitting at home earlier with my family after dinner, and Mythos Paranormal came across that he had put up a new video. So I was like, "Oh, great, Mythos! I love watching Mythos." So I started watching the video, and he's reacting to the statement that the Conjuring House made and called our names out, but to me called out the whole paranormal and debunking and skeptic community. So I had put up a post saying that I had talked to the owner of the Conjuring House, and I'll discuss that in my live feed, whatever. And I had put up the post saying I was wrong by calling her a scammer, because I don't know if she's a scammer. I'm not in her head. I don't know what she's thinking. I don't know if she believes Cody Sartori or if she knows about it. I don't know. The way she talks to me, she believes in it. So I had shared something on social media, that the post, and Mythos went on and did a video today, and within 3 minutes basically said, trying to remember, I want to word it right. Basically that I backed that he so everyone knew that I had talked to the Conjuring House owner. He said that I bowed down to her because I apologized for using the word scammer.
Oh, wow.
And instead of coming to me, he did not.
Mm.
So when I went on my live feed, I was fucking heated. And I thought, did I do something wrong to him? So I looked back at an email that I had sent him, basically helping him with a team that was saying this about Cody Sartori to him, but saying this to me, to say, hey, if you want to compare notes, let's do this because I don't want you to get played. Because that's what we're supposed to do, help each other.
Yeah.
And he responded back. So I was blown away today why he would say that about me, why he would say that I bowed down to her. If I bowed down, I would have deleted the videos. I did a video the day after, or yet last night, about the Conjuring House. So where is the bowing down at?
Yeah.
So
those are fighting words right there. Don't be talking about.
I was gonna say those are pretty harsh. When you're telling somebody you're bowing down,
that's not right.
no.
And then to say that she spoke with her on the phone. I didn't speak with her on the phone. I spoke with her through text messages, and I just couldn't believe he did that. I thought we were all working together. I know him and I have put out the most videos about Cody and Sartori. People are telling me, oh, he's jealous because you get footage that's not even on YouTube. People send you shit. I don't believe what those people say. I don't know you. I don't know if you're lying to me or not. But I'm just like, where did that come from? Like, why would you say that? Why wouldn't you inbox me and say, hey, I don't agree with you apologizing for using the word scammer. Did you bow down to her? I don't bow down to nobody but my wife.
Yep.
So that I thought was very wrong. And some people are trying to convince me that I should have went to him and said, and concerned my feelings. But he didn't come to me before he posted that video.
Yeah.
He didn't say my name, but everybody knows I talked to the owner of the Conjuring House.
Say my name.
Wow.
So that really pissed me off.
That would piss me off too. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So I went off and I said, don't come at me without no facts and no receipts. And I told him that I know he's buying subscribers. And I threw that right on out there.
There's a lot of people out there buying subscribers. It blows my mind.
A lot.
Emmy showed me in how to see it, and it's interesting to see just how many big YouTubers buy 10,000 a month or $1,000.
10,000 every 2 weeks. But right now, the big YouTuber, it's how he's set up. At the 30 days, it doesn't look like he's bought any. But that still helps out because this big YouTuber I'm going to pull up, you would think somebody who posts videos and stuff like that, a big YouTuber, would get subscribers every fucking day.
Yeah.
Especially if they have 4.4 million. But
his views are like Mythos went from being a believer.
Hey, somebody's talking.
No, I'm not going to unprivate the video until I'm going to give Mythos time to reach out to me. But I am going to show the evidence. I already called it out.
Right here. Okay, so I've been doing this all week because other people have been it's okay if you want to buy subs. It's your prerogative. It's not illegal. It's just it ruins it for you because you're not going to get paid because of how the numbers and the algorithm works and stuff like that. And then when YouTube does a purge, bye-bye, and you lose all those again. So I did a science experiment on my backup channel. And I didn't care about I care about it, but I did it because I had to prove something, and let me pull up my Social Blade. Okay, Social Blade does not say, oh, they bought subs. But again, there's that saying, liars may figure, but figures never lie. So it's always about numbers. And let me go ahead and pull this up. Full screen.
And you can buy views on YouTube as well, can't you?
Yep, you can buy views, you can buy subs, and you're cheating yourself. That's all I'm gonna say is you're cheating yourself.
Yeah, you don't get paid on any of that, do you?
Well, the commercials and stuff, it makes you look like you're moving fast, but it comes and gets you at the end.
Yeah.
Now, and I will tell you this too: other people can buy subs for you.
Oh wow! Huh.
I'm just you never know. Maybe somebody's like to sabotage somebody's channel. I could see somebody doing that to sabotage the channel. Okay, so that in there, right? Because I wanted to prove to people the numbers do show out there.
Okay.
Okay, so this is me.
Is she breaking up?
Hi, Emmy.
Yeah, you're breaking up really bad, Emmy.
I'm gonna scroll down. No, it's me. Okay, it's me. How about now?
Yeah.
Am I here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Look at it on the computer. Nice.
So I'm gonna go right. I'm gonna go right to
Oh, it's bad.
30 days because it's just. Am I still breaking up?
Yeah.
Did we lose her?
I don't know. It looks like we may have.
Emmy, come back to the podcast. Emmy, please come back to the podcast. You're breaking over for 5 hours.
Nope, I'm here. Am I here?
Okay.
Let me drop down. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Hello, Parasola. He said people usually buy subs in hopes to fool others into thinking that they must be such a cool channel to sub.
Yeah, that's probably exactly what it is. You're right.
How many Emmys are in here? Hold on.
I don't know, Emmy.
I don't know. Just a moment. Jeez, Louise, Emmy. Oh, I didn't stop. Okay. We got that. Let me move this over. Let me move this. Let me go ahead. Pull this back up. Open a new window. And Angelina's going to have this tomorrow too. She will have the videos of it. And like I said, Social Blade does not say, oh, they bought subs. But you can tell by the dramatic change in the number. Okay, let me go ahead. Pull that up. Here we go. It should be good. That is a method to gain actual. True. If somebody's seeing you got a lot of subs, then more people will sub to you.
But that's lazy. Go out and earn it.
It is.
I want people who actually enjoy me to come sub my page.
Yep.
Yeah, grow
You're
organic.
gonna call me out. I'm gonna call you out. To buy subs causes it to get them temporarily put in the algorithm until the purge comes. I want to purge right now. Hello, Parasolo. Did we lose her again?
I don't know. Emmy, why don't you just don't worry about that right now, because we keep losing you. And I gotta go.
You guys hear me?
I gotta go soon. Yeah, I gotta
hold
go
on.
soon because my grandson's I'm watching him on GPS right now. He's gonna be leaving work soon, and I gotta do something for him before he gets here. Make him his special tacos.
Well, I was gonna say I can run and get on Jay's computer, but because I could show it on Jay's computer, but I will have it out there.
Yeah.
Just make me a video explaining it, and I'll post it up tomorrow.
Yeah,
and
make
I'll
it.
tag you so you can clout chase.
That's right. You're funny. Oh,
they do accidentally actually purge and stuff too, but yes, they do. They do.
Yeah.
So what exactly does the purge? What does that mean?
YouTube's going through like old accounts that are not active or haven't been active in like years.
Yeah.
You know, just basically restarting everybody. You know. Like I'm pretty sure there's some of Patty's people that are no longer on YouTube, you know, but I think they've already done her purge.
I keep losing people a lot, and I contacted YouTube not long ago, and they said that's what it is. It's old accounts that probably had subbed to me a long time ago. That happens to a lot of bigger channels. Is a lot of times some of these channels that sub to you a long time ago are no longer around. You know, they're no longer on YouTube, so they get rid of them. They do a purge.
So they should, like, our old page we can't get into. They could take that whole page down.
Yes.
I'm just gonna take the videos off there. I need to get my videos off there.
Yeah, eventually. I wouldn't say anytime soon, but yes. Unless you guys can get into it, I mean, I would keep trying.
It's clicked off my old phone that I don't have anymore. I need my old phone access code. But I like what Tori said. That's what you told me earlier, Emma. When a person has 40K subs and can't get more than 10 watching any live stream, red flag alert.
Yeah, that's true. You're right. Because I see that in the meditation channels. If you watch these meditation channels out there, because I have a meditation channel, and there's some that have 30,000, 40,000, 50, 60, 70,000, whatever. But you see their live stream and they got like 8 people in there at all times. 7, 8 people. So, you know, I know that and some of them started their meditation channel a year or two after I did. I just hit 1,000 subscribers on my meditation channel. And I started looking at these channels compared to mine. Like, what are they doing that I'm not doing? What's going on here? It's got to be they're buying subs. So I went over to Social Blade and I pulled them up and looked, and sure enough, every single one of those channels over there are buying subs. It's a shame.
For those who don't know who Social Blade or what Social Blade is, you can actually pull up any social media, DLive, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok. Even other things you guys probably haven't even heard, Kick and stuff like that. You can pull up all of those, and you know it may not be real time current. You know, like it's not going to say you gained 200 people like today. You're going to see how it works. It's like within 72 hours how that works. And the video that Angelina will have that I will make tomorrow from my channel to all these other channels, it will explain a lot.
Yeah, I think people should know. I mean, I got very interested in that when I heard you talking about it. I think last week you were mentioning it, and I'm like, what? And then I see all these YouTube videos where it's like, learn how to buy subs. Here's what I did. But I'm just like, why would I waste my money to buy subs when I can just click share, copy, paste, and go on about it?
Yeah.
And grow organically, yes.
That's the most realist I think that makes someone more real. Like, I don't know, but fuck him. That's all I'm gonna say. I think this is gonna be like the Brian situation, and I'm just not gonna get over it.
Yeah.
Fuck me once and that's it.
That's the thing when people say, "Oh, just it's get past it, forget about it. To a certain point, you have to defend yourself, and you're like, no, fuck you, because you get your own reputation on the line too. And
you basically
yeah,
called me a bitch.
Jim, when you call me a liar on here, I fucking fight you till tooth and end. Tooth and end? Yeah, tooth. I fight you till end and nail. I don't know. We know how that goes.
Yeah, have him removed seems a waste of money. Well, he might not know that all about what I'm learning about, because he like I said, he was, I guess, a reaction channel or something, and then he jumped on the Sam and Colby thing. And I don't want to say this, but
just say it.
Yeah,
I'm sorry that I have got better proof and evidence than you, and not all my videos come from YouTube.
Yeah.
All I do is my research doesn't just consist of YouTube and other things. I call people. I email people. I say, hey, I heard you were on this team. You know something about Cody Satori. You want to talk? You don't know until you take a chance. So,
yeah.
Have I taken other people's YouTube? Absolutely, but not all the time. No one else has seen that footage of the psychic thing through the fucking phone with the. No one else has seen that. Don't hate, appreciate.
Right?
Yeah. Doing the same thing you're doing, trying to get it to stop. Now you step on the wrong girl's toes.
Actually, Patty, I think I will mention that on the next.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
because that. What is that? A coincidence? No.
No.
What?
No. We'll tell you after the stream.
Yeah, read chat. Not that chat, but
the private chat.
So, Patty, I'm going to ask, would you ever come on my show again to be interviewed and everything? And
yeah, sure. I'm hoping to have Heather next time, because Heather, tonight was a night that she had to go down to Pinellas with her kids, because they're going to spend a couple nights with their father, JT, and then they're coming home on Easter, and then they're all coming over here on Easter, because she thinks I make the best ham ever, so I'm going to be making a ham for everybody. So she already brought the ham over, so I got to cook it my way I make it with oranges, orange slices, cinnamon sticks, brown sugar, butter. You heat all this up in a big pan. It's really good, and then you and some cloves and stuff like that, and then you pour it over the ham, and then you put fresh sage over the ham, and then you cover it and you let it cook. It's really good. I put it on the grill and turn the grill on low and just let it cook outside on the grill. It makes a whole
Shut up, Patty. You're making me hungry.
I know, right? I'm gonna eat that pork chop and potatoes sitting over there.
Rebecca, you're more than welcome to come over. You know you are. Anytime. If you want to stop by, you can. The kids are going to be making Easter eggs out there. They're going to be coloring Easter eggs and stuff like that. We'll probably be getting around 2 o'clock or something. So if you want to come over, you can. Oh, that's
don't tempt me, because I've flown. I bought a ticket in 12 hours and flew.
Oh yeah, she has. Yes, she has. The first time I met her, I was blown away. Like, wow. What do you mean she's out front? She's out in the driveway right now. Yep. That was crazy.
Stalker.
I know, right?
You're terrible. You show up at my door. Oh, it's going to be a problem.
I'm going to have everybody's name tagged down below. I probably won't do it tonight. I'll do it tomorrow when I go in and do all my stuff. But I'll have, I usually just copy from Patty's stuff and put in there. And I'm going to have Angelina's stuff in there too. The Bad to the Bone. So you can follow them all on TikTok and Instagram and anywhere you want to follow them. Just, you guys, don't forget to follow me, because I'm clouting off of them. I'm clouting off the big people now.
You can clout off me all day long, all day.
So people really
care. People clout off me as long as they ask, hey, Angelina, I need some more people. Can I, yeah, sure, But remember, if I need a favor.
Yep.
But you can clout chase, Emmy. It's all good. It's not like we're famous or nothing, but take whatever you want.
We've been
It
friends
was
for a long
actually fun
time.
tonight
I
watching people
know.
going to follow you. That was fun for me.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
We've
This
been
other
friends for a
person
long
that
time.
buys
We're
their
really
subs
not
said I'm
politicians.
clouting off of them because I put their name in my title.
No.
And I'm like,
Oh, please.
bitch, please. I'm like, Patty has 350,000. Come on. If I was going to clout, that would be the one. Well, whichever way.
Yeah.
And yeah.
You would have already
So
put
for
out
people
those
say I don't
videos.
know anybody that's big, but my sister's big. And Angelina's bigger than me. And
I just put up the videos. I just want this to be done and over with because I'm sick of watching these videos. I'm sick of reading
Yeah.
people's
yeah.
But I have a duty to the paranormal field.
She said duty.
Duty.
Like duty? Like, did you think I mean cocky?
Duty.
Because I speak two languages.
Duty.
You want to hear me say how do you spell it in English? Monster. Monster.
Monster.
Did I say it wrong? Monster.
Mouse.
I think monster.
I don't know.
There's a monster under my bed.
Monster.
Monster.
She's like, wow, you're a ghost hunter and you can't even say monster.
I have two different alphabets.
What the
Alphabet.
hell?
English, Spanish and English.
Alphabets.
I've never heard anybody say it like that.
That's funny.
Monster, right? Christina's been
Monster.
trying to teach me for 6 years.
Monster.
So now we've reached the end of the show. And I want to thank each and every one of you guys. Hey, Courtney, welcome. We're getting ready to leave now. But I had to put the hat on.
Where'd you get that at? That's so cute.
I had to make it because Jay didn't like it when I wore the regular helmet. And then
market that.
This was a firework.
Oh my God. That is so funny.
I'm ready. Yes.
That's
See, I'm
hilarious.
shitstorming, brainstorming.
Oh, okay. Does that mean you're shit for brains?
Yes, yes.
I didn't say that, did I?
I didn't hear it.
Oh.
But everyone, Unholy Trinity is going on right now. I guess I don't know. I can't remember. It should be. Not sure. But I want to thank Angelina and Bad to the Bone and Patty from the G Team Paranormal. And until we meet again, I'm just going to hit end because I don't have an outro. Peace, everyone.
Deuces.
Bye.
Bye.
Everyone.